Hola, buenos días, ¿qué tal? Yo me llamo Señor Bellas y en este video les voy a explicar cómo usar el presente perfecto. We are going to look at the present perfect in Spanish. This is actually not too difficult. It might be a new concept to you, but it's something that isn't too hard. And you actually get quite a bit out of it because some of the stuff that you learn in this video, you'll probably find that you're going to be using it later on as well. So it's a good thing to know how to do, and it's something that's used all the time in English as well as Spanish, so it's a good concept to have down. The present perfect in English is the equivalent, well, basically what it is saying things like, I have eaten a taco, or you have gone to Los Angeles, or they have played soccer, or something like that. So something that somebody has done. To do this, there's two steps involved, and I'm going to explain the two steps to you, give you some examples, and then I'll also give you a few questions at the end to practice. So what you have to do is first take the auxiliary verb haber and then conjugate it. And then you also have to add the past participle of a different verb to it to make it work. So I'll give you an example of an AR verb. I'll do an ER verb for you and an IR verb, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So what I have on the board behind me is the conjugation of the verb haber in the present tense as an auxiliary verb for the present perfect. So you can see it over here. It goes to a, as, a, hemos, habéis, and on. So that's like the A, the HE is like saying I have, and then you're going to say that you have done something. So I use the verb hablar for an AR verb to show you how to form the past participle of an AR verb. So I have spoken would be he hablado. You have spoken, has hablado, ha hablado, and so on. The ado part, the past participle, it doesn't matter if it's a boy, a girl, or multiple people, it's always going to be hablado. You don't have to change it to an A or add an S to it, nothing like that. So AR verbs, except for, unless there's an irregular one, all AR verbs look like that. So like caminar would be caminado, caminado, or tocar would be tocado. So they work like that. Now let's look at an IR verb. All right, so IR verbs are very similar to AR verbs, but instead of saying auto, we're going to say ido. So, for example, I have lived to be he vivido en Costa Rica. Tú has vivido en Los Angeles. So, nosotros hemos vivido en España. So, saying we have lived here, they have lived there, what have you. So, that's an IR verb. Let's take a quick look at an ER verb. Okay, so we have the ER verb vender. So, if I want to say I have sold cars or something, yo he vendido carros, or tú has vendido dulces, hemos vendido, what have you. So vendido, so you'll notice that AR verbs take off the AR, add auto. ER and IR verbs take off the ER, IR, and add ido to them to say that someone has done something. So the EASA, hemos, habéis, on, and then you have the auto or ido, depending on if it's an AR, ER, or IR verb. There are some irregular ones in the past participle form. I'm going to give those to you. Maybe not all of them, but I'll give you maybe some of the more popular ones or more often used ones. So those would be abrir goes to abierto, morir, muerto, escribir, escrito, hacer, hecho, ver, visto, resolver, resuelto, romper, roto, decir, dicho, cubrir, cubierto, poner, puesto, volver, vuelto. Now, one of those might actually look familiar to you. You've probably heard about El Dia de los Muertos, for the Day of the Dead. Morir, muerto goes to muerto in this form. So for all of those ones, I'll put on the screen for you. If you want to say, for example, maybe I have opened the door. Yo he abierto la puerta para una muchacha. Or maybe tú has roto la piñata. You have broken the piñata. Maybe nosotros hemos vuelto de la oficina. So we've returned from the office. So those irregular ones work the same way as far as they go with everybody. You don't have to change them or modify them other than the fact that they're irregular. So what I'll do for you now is I think I'll just give you some questions, see if you can answer them using this, and then that will be it. So I think I'll give you the 5 questions, maybe pause the video, and then come back and I'll give you my answers to the questions, and hopefully you get them right. Here come the questions. Ok, bueno, para pronunciación yo voy a decir las preguntas y después yo respondo, ¿ok? Bueno, número 1 es, ¿qué has comido hoy? ¿Qué has comido hoy? Yo he comido una torta. Yo he comido una torta. 2. ¿Has bailado el tango? ¿Has bailado el tango? Sí, yo he bailado el tango. El número 3. ¿Has tomado una clase de historia? ¿Has tomado una clase de historia? Sí, yo he tomado una clase de historia. ¿Ha visto tu amigo Iron Man 2? ¿Ha visto tu amigo Iron Man 2? No, mi amigo no ha visto Iron Man 2. Y 5. ¿Qué han hecho tú y tus amigos hoy? ¿Qué han hecho tú y tus amigos hoy? Hemos ido a la clase. Hemos ido a la clase. Okay, bueno. That was it. Those were your 5 questions. Hopefully your answers, the verbs should have at least matched. The activities or whatever you ate, not necessarily didn't have to match, obviously. So hopefully these help you out. If you have questions, let me know. I'll get back to you. If you want more help or maybe an additional video for practice, I could possibly do that. Just let me know. Thanks for checking it out.